So, welcome to another live stream here from Germany, and this is how Elon Musk must feel right now. He is absolutely dancing to this new all-time highs every single week, guys. Okay, so this is absolutely crazy, and so much value increase. And the question is today and the next days, what will happen to Tesla stock? And actually, this will be one of the big topics today in this live stream as of this morning. I'm streaming here from good old cold Germany. Make sure to smash in your keyboard where you are watching from. Okay, I want to know where you are watching from this morning, and if you have any questions to any of the topics, it doesn't matter if Tesla or NIO or other stocks, let me know in the comments, and I will look twice or more times into the comments to see which comments we need to address, guys. Okay, so before we diving in, let me have a look. So we have people from our regular Hugo from Portugal, we have people from Israel, we have people from Playa Daro, New York, Berlin, normally watching from Qatar, also very interesting, and California as well. So also, you know, over the Atlantic, we have some people watching. And after you smash the like button, okay, we are diving into the agenda of today. So today's breaking news will be quite interesting. I found a couple of news that I wanted to share with you, which are concerning, you know, TikTok, for example, right? Or other very interesting companies. And then we will look into Tesla stock. What the hell, right? I mean, Tesla stock is just breaking record after record, and people are having FOMO, or is it just building a bubble? We will talk about that. And then we are having the Fed and jobless claims, both very, very big and important data sets coming in today, and therefore the market is a little bit flat off this morning. Let's have a look in the market together right now. So Yahoo Finance is also a nice, always a nice platform here to see the futures, and as you can see, the futures are quite flat. So we have the S&P futures minus 0.21, as well as the Dow futures and Nasdaq futures about a 0.25% negative. Okay, Russell also a little bit negative, and crude oil as well. But crude oil, just for those who are following this, had a fantastic turnaround, right? You remember when we had negative rates here, but then you know, we bounced around the 15 levels, and now we tripled the price of oil. Obviously, you know, the oil market is a very, very hard regulated market from very few nations. So who thinking that this is a free market is definitely not always right. Okay, I hope I said it politically correct, guys. Okay, so let's have a look what's happening in the world. So this picture, this is not Jeff Bezos. There's a very similar picture of Jeff Bezos, but this is Kevin Mayer. He went to TikTok to become the CEO, and just after 100 days, as CEO of TikTok, he quit his job. And this is obviously very, very sad, because, TikTok had such a great run and now had the experienced CEO. I think he came from either from Amazon or from Microsoft. I'm not quite sure from where from Netflix. I think he came from Netflix. However, he came from one of these big FANG companies and became the CEO, and obviously this helped or should help TikTok to get a better image, not as of this big Chinese company, but also of a big corporation worldwide with a great American CEO. And what happened was that he actually quit because the pressure with US President Donald Trump's ban is obviously very high. And in America, especially with these high CEOs, nobody want to stay on a sinking ship, and this can be affecting very, very much on your career. And therefore, I think he did something that many of big CEOs or big guys in the US would do, and he jumped the ship. Okay, so this was big news as of today. Then we are having Facebook warning that some of their audience network revenue will drop 50%, guys, okay? Because the new Apple iOS 14 that will be released very shortly will cap and not collect the IDFA data, so the unique device ID number that allows advertisers to better target ads and estimate their effectiveness. So this is, this came very surprising for me, in fact, because this shows you how dependent actually, okay, very dependent Facebook or other social media advertisers are on the makers of the device, and not only the hardware, but also, or more even, the software. So Facebook is very, very much dependent on Google, who owns Android, and on Apple, who owns the iOS, right, or Mac OS. So this is something that I find quite crazy, because once Apple decides to say, this kind of data that they have about the users, they maybe say, we want to have the data only for our network, and we will provide the ads. And then Facebook is quite disadvantaged, right? So something that is very, very crossing my mind. And also I watched a podcast between Joe Rogan, you might know him, one of the biggest podcasters in the world, and Edward Snowden, okay? And Edward Snowden said that spying phones are totally normal, and he explained it in very detail. So if you're interested into that, make sure to check out the Joe Rogan Edward Snowden podcast. And actually he also said that people actually, they are quite in the disadvantages when they enter disagreements with Facebook or other platforms. You have to agree on a very big term sheet, and even first, you don't understand it. Secondly, there's always a term that says they can change it anytime without your consent, and you still agreeing it if you're just continuing to use the service and so on. So it's very, very much advantage for those companies, and therefore this is something that you see. That a company and the user has two different interests that not really align, right? So Facebook want as much as data from you as possible, and the user want as less as data as possible to give it to you, but and somehow in a shady agreement they need to agree on something, so Facebook gets all the data. So I don't know how this will move forward. So this is a big negative for me, plus the overall regulators risk, right, with Facebook getting bigger and bigger. So I'm very, very curious how Facebook will steer the next couple of years. So this will be quite interesting to see. And then next one, Neo. I just pulled this up because just within 1 week, guys, okay, 1 week, 20th of April, 20th of August until 26th of August, we gained literally 50%, guys, 50% in just 1 week. This is absolutely ridiculous. Okay, so and obviously this is much based on the recent gain of Tesla as well, right? The market cap of Neo is currently sitting somewhere at $24 billion, which is quite high considering the revenue that they make. So anyhow, there is a big new analyst who said, I think it was Morgan and Stanley or GP Morgan. I think Morgan and Stanley just gave us a new rating on Neo, and therefore just before 1 day before, the stock went up I think 20%. Yesterday it went up 15%. So as you can see, it's quite heavily now that Neo is gaining, and this is quite interesting to see how far this stocks can go. And before we diving into Tesla, guys, let me have a look into today's comment section. Okay, so we have people from Rancho Cucamonga, this is in California. Then we have we have even people are currently looking from the Schiphol airport in Holland. This I think is in Amsterdam, if I'm not mistaken. So then we have Costa Brava, we have Palm Beach, Florida. It's 6 a.m. or I guess, right? Then we have New Mexico, we have London, we have Romania, we have UK, we have Belgium as well. And there's a question for Space Stock. What are the milestones that we are waiting on, like Tesla, S&P inclusion, battery day, etc.? So Space, in my personal opinion, Space tweeted, or no, it was I think Instagram yesterday, a new picture that they are building the second spaceship already, right? Then posted a picture which was quite interesting. Let me show it to you. So Virgin Galactic, Instagram. I'm always a fan that you follow all your companies on their social media. So here's something that they posted. This is the second spaceship, and they wrote here, the next spaceship in our fleet is being prepared for the Virgin Galactic livery to be applied. Work has continued on the second and third spaceships in our fleet, and we are pleased spaceship number 2 is ready for its new look. So it's already, the overall setup is almost done, and now it's getting painted and so on. In the last Q3, it was announced that in the Q2 release, it was announced that they are having already all the 75% of all parts for the third spaceships is already there. So something of a milestone as well. So follow your favorite stocks on all the social media so you can get all the information that they are sharing with the public. So definitely talking about milestones for Space is definitely the next powered flight, which will be in fall. So I think that this will be somewhere maybe mid or end of September, and then we will have the last powered flight, which will be a full rehearsal, guys, of what we will do with customers as well. This will be towards the end of the year, and then we will get the FFA approval in beginning of 2021, and then Richard Branson's flight in the first quarter of 2021. Very, very exciting days and weeks and months to come. Until then, you can be happy that the stock is at 17 and not at 27. I just loaded up just a couple of days ago, a couple of $1,000 into Virgin Galactic, and I love to build up the position further. So I'm quite happy when it can stay that low. So if you don't have any other questions, so we have here also people from Caribbean under a coconut tree. I would like to change with you, Jamal, because here it's a little bit rainy in Germany. Then we have Netherlands as well and Germany as well. So then I want to go with you into the Tesla stock. Okay, so another 6.42%, guys. And as I saw it yesterday, I was thinking how crazy that was. As you can see, the 2nd of January, this stock was at $430, guys. Okay, so this is absolutely insane how much they gained through the last couple of months. All right, so this is absolutely insane that they are just keep on climbing. It seems just because so many people are getting FOMO and want to get into Tesla. On the other side, there's the split going on. Moreover, we are waiting to Battery Day and S&P 500 inclusion. So this is quite interesting to see that I would say less news can bring the stock further up. And now I want to go with you just quickly into something that I want to see when would be Tesla stock too much value, or when we can maybe see some sell-off. Okay, so just for you to understand what I think about that, if we are going now into the stock, okay, of Tesla stock, so you can see here, he was the very first kind of rocket ship start for Tesla stock. This was back in February 2020, where the stock gained almost 1,000 for the very first time. And then we had, our health crisis, and then it went up further until now. We had this outbreak here as well. And then actually, let's have an indicator here, which is the moving average. And if you put the 50 days moving average, I want to show you something. Okay, so here, for example, this was the moving average was somewhere at about 500. Okay, so and the overall stock was at 1,000, so double that amount as the moving average, and then the stock lost about the traction. If this is any of an indicator, that I believe that if the percentage wise difference between MA50, so the moving average of the last 50 days, and the stock price, then maybe we would be in this sell-off kind of territory when this would double. Okay, we are now at 1,500, so when Tesla stock reached 3,000, then maybe we would have technically wise this kind of situation. Nevertheless, obviously, we are by any means quite of overbought situation here with the RSI, at 80. Look here, we had here we had about 90, so it's not that bad yet as of February. So, but here was also the case that the 50 moving average was pretty flat, and here we just had a crazy increase now over the last couple of since March actually, right? So obviously this moving average also gaining some traction and is following the crazy stock chart here. So I'm very curious how this will play off. Maybe it will stay for a while, maybe we go in the sideways position or a sideways movement for a while, or maybe we just fall. Okay, so this is so hard to predict, but let me give you the best advice, okay, that I learned with Tesla in general, with the stock market. If you believe into the long-term mission and vision of Tesla stock, just keep it running. Okay, don't think about, hey, I want to secure some profits. You want to you are thinking that after such a long run it can go down, right? Or you think maybe it crashes. Just keep on running, just keep on adding if you can every month, and be happy, because this stock eventually will hit one day maybe 10,000 or 5,000, right? It would be stupid if you would sell the stock right now at 2,150 when the stock can go to 3,000 or 4,000, 5,000. And I think the management, the product, the growth is there to further go up. Will there be bad times in the future? Yes, absolutely. There will be, maybe declining of growth, declining of sales. And then, Tesla is in the making of introduce new products, obviously. And therefore, this will be like an up and down, because now it's going into what I call a very, very Netflix moment. Netflix was for a very long time also very much high in valuation, and then it was very volatile depending on the earnings. So there was earnings that they are gaining hugely subscribers around the world, and the stock goes up 5%, even higher. It was priced to perfection. And then we had days where we just went down because the subscriber growth was not like expected. So this will be the same with Tesla. Tesla is being expected to deliver crazy amount of car number sales. This will be sometimes not that great like expected, and therefore the stock will have bounce backs. So this is totally normal, guys, in the world of stocks. Okay. So Tesla done. Let's talk about some events that will happen today. First of all, we saw that the stocks futures are being a little bit, let's say, flat, or awaiting the speech of Fed's Powell. So this will be obviously quite interesting to see, and this will be of very much of an interesting minutes of meeting, that how they want to tackle the inflation. We talked about it yesterday, so if you're interested into that, make sure to check out the live stream from yesterday morning. And on the other side, we are having also our US initial jobless claims as every Thursday, and as you can see, we are going further down. However, we had we had last week a quite interesting, more than forecasted number. We have forecasted the last week 925K jobless claims. Actually, we had over 1.1 million. So as you can see, the forecast is not always the best, and it hopefully don't go into reverse, because we had this nice declining factor here in the jobless claims in the US. So this would be good for the stock market if it's keeping going down. Okay, so let me have a look into the comments before we closing up here. And if you liked it so far, make sure to smash that like button. Follow me on Instagram, Wolf of Dubai Danny. This is very important as well. And my second channel, link into the description. Follow me there, and our huge community out there. If you want to join our Discord chat, or even have one-on-one with me between the live streams and vlogs, make sure to check the join button below all the videos, or link into the description if you want to gain more knowledge with me together. It's a fantastic community, so check it out. So let me have a look into the overall comments here. I have seen a question here. What do you think about ARK ETFs? I think ARK ETFs is one of the best ETFs that you can buy, especially because I'm into the 10x growth stock innovator field, where I try to specialize. I think this is the best team out there. You know, they knew about Tesla, that it's going up, same like myself was preaching for a very long time. I think that they have a really, really good understanding of the future. I think they have a very young team to research things and estimate things, which is also fantastic. You know, they saw and invested in companies like Square as well. So all in all, I think they are one of the best ETFs that you can buy. So I see that you made over 90%, or what was it? 108% for the past 12 months. Congratulations. And I think this is one of the best ETFs that is out there. So check it out. I also made a couple of vlogs about ARK Invest, so check those out on this channel. Thank you very much for watching, and as always, stay safe and a very, very happy trading day. And Tesla is just so ridiculous, but we have seen this last summer already. So congratulations to all subscribers that are grinding with us since the last summer. You have made it as well. So have a nice day and stay safe and healthy as always.